All right, so it looks like a direct in September is pretty much confirmed. About as confirmed as it's going to get in September. Most Septembers of every year, almost every year for the past decade. So I guess you could say it's not too big of a surprise to have something like this be rumored and actually happening in a couple of weeks. But we never really know for sure until someone like Nate the Hate comes out to confirm. And that's exactly what he did today on Twitter. He posted, yes, there is a Nintendo Direct this September when the second week of the month in the later half on or around September 11th or 12th. Not terribly surprising, but very nice to hear. I always like to see that more Nintendo Directs and more content will be on the way. People are playing the console, they're enjoying the games. Things are great right now, but having some news come out right before the holiday season would be very, very good for us. This isn't a huge surprise, but this also isn't the first that we're hearing about it. We heard from Nash Weedle a little while ago, honestly. As far back as I'd say a week or two, Nash Weedle came out to say that the dates were looking closer to the second or third week of September. And not too shortly after that, did Switch Force come out to say the exact same thing, giving the exact same date, second or third week of September. VGC after that came out to also confirm the reports that both Nash and Switch Force were reporting on and gave out the exact same timeline. Last day of the month, August 31st, we got Nate the Hate also chiming in with the exact same dates. So as far as I'm concerned, it's pretty much confirmed that there's going to be a direct September, second or third week-ish of September, unless of course Nintendo sees this and decides, they want to change the date or something crazy like that. I don't think that'll happen, but it's possible. It's happened before. But what can we really expect from a direct like this? We've had the indie showcase, we had the partner direct, we've even had game-specific directs like Kirby Air Riders. I think it's about time that we have a more general Nintendo Direct where they can detail a lot of first-party stuff, a lot of third-party things, and probably give us a couple surprises here and there as well. I think we'll definitely see something like Hyrule Warriors. That game's got to come out in the winter time. I'm thinking somewhere between February, March, early next year would be good, if not December, unless there's something else for that. The Mario 40th anniversary games. Now that's something that could definitely be its own direct later down the line, but if not, and they want this to be more kind of lumped in with the general direct, I guess they could announce a couple collections for that. That would be cool. Don't really care, but whatever. Obviously, we need a date for Metroid Prime 4. I think if they go past this direct, it's not the absolute end of the world, but even someone as patient as me would be a little confused as to why we still don't even have a date. So I'm hoping for at least getting a date announced during this direct for this particular game. I would really like to know when Metroid's coming out. If this direct goes by and we don't see it, I think it's a little weird. Just a little bit. I don't know. Right. I think Splatoon Raiders also needs to get detailed. That game, some people think will come out this year. I'm on the fence about it. I could see it easily coming out within the first quarter of next year. If Hyrule Warriors comes out in January, I could see Splatoon Raiders coming out late February, early March, something like that. Fire Emblem 4 Remake, Genealogy of the Holy War, that definitely needs to be announced at this direct. I've been waiting for this game for a while. I'm not sure why they haven't talked about it. Maybe they wanted to move it over to Switch 2 and have a Switch 1 version ready for release. I think that would probably be best for the franchise, and I think that might be actually what's been going on, really. So hopefully we finally get to see that game. We get a Switch 2 version and a Switch 1 version, Switch 2 updates, higher frame rate, higher visuals. That would be huge for Fire Emblem, honestly. That would be the next best thing besides like a brand new entry into the franchise. So hopefully we see something like that. More Dust Bloods gameplay would be dope. Maybe giving a bit more of an accurate time frame for when we can expect a game like that. I think that's actually going to be quite a solid game. I know people are talking a lot about Elden Ring on Switch 2 right now in regards to its performance, but I think Dust Bloods will be fine. I'm actually kind of excited for that, so hopefully it's good. And of course, there could be some new IP, some new games shown off. Maybe Kid Icarus is getting a port, or maybe there's a new entry to that. Maybe Astral Chain gets either a Switch 2 update, or maybe there's a sequel announced for that. That would be super dope. I think it's too early for something like Smash Bros or anything like that. But I'm more of a third-party guy. I'm looking a lot towards third-party games coming out to the platform. Hopefully something like Assassin's Creed Shadows will get shown off. Star Wars Outlaws does come out the week before the rumored dates of this direct, so that would be a really nice, we get Star Wars Outlaws, and then the next week we get Assassin's Creed Shadows announced, showing off the Switch 2 version. That would be dope. I think that game will be great. Red Dead Redemption 2 has got to be announced sometime this month, I think, for Switch 2 and maybe and other platforms as well. Red Dead Redemption 1 is on sale right now on the eShop for like $20-$30 or something like that. They clearly want people playing this franchise, so maybe it's for an upcoming sequel port announcement. They also said that Starfield is coming over to Switch 2. Maybe that game gets announced here today, or perhaps they just talk a bit more about Indiana Jones. That was confirmed not too long ago. That would be pretty dope. Older third-party game ports like Code Vein or Rise of the Ronin, those games should definitely be ported over to the Switch, as soon as they possibly can, in my opinion. I think those games could do pretty well. and get people introduced into those franchise, for Code Vein 2 and maybe a Ronin sequel, something like that. So a lot of good stuff that could be shown off at this potential direct. Well, damn near confirmed direct as far as I'm concerned. I'm really looking forward to it. Next week, we have a lot of games coming out. So there's a lot of good stuff to play. There's another direct coming up really, really close around the corner. Like, Nintendo fans are eating pretty good. There's great, Kirby just came out with the Forgotten Land DLC. A bunch of third-party games coming out next week. Then the direct, so much content to consume. There's so many games to play, and there's so much stuff to look forward to. Whenever I see these, these doom and gloom videos surrounding the Switch 2, I just gotta laugh. I don't know what you guys are doing. It's great right now, and it's only looking better. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. What games are you guys looking forward to? First party, third party, new or old? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate you. And I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video. Peace out.